Welcome to Crooksy Reviews. My name's Darren and this is 5 favourite films for October. Now, I didn't do 5 for September because September just flew past me, and whenever I was going to do these videos I got very ill. So yeah, a lot of shit happened, so I just decided September I'll just take a rest from doing any sort of videos or anything and come back now. Currently I'm still quite ill, but I'm persevering for you guys. So first up for my 5 films this month is Sin City, directed by Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller, the dude who made the graphic novels of Sin City. And basically it is the best comic book film ever, I guess, because it sticks so much to the source material, which I think some people didn't really like and some people absolutely loved. Like the hardcore fans of the comics loved it because they were watching one of their favourite comic books come to life. But other people were like, we've read all this, like there's nothing different. And it honestly doesn't change a lot at all in the film. It's just so stylized, and the writing from Frank Miller is amazing. The editing and the shots from Robert Rodriguez are class, and it was a new when it came out. I think I was in first year when this film came out, and I used to watch the trailer for the film. I'm pretty sure I've seen the trailer for the film more than I've seen the movie, because the soundtrack was Cells by a band called Servant, but it was an instrumental version. And I would just say, if you're into like trailers and shit, go check that out if you haven't seen it, because it's such a good trailer for a film. It really got you hyped for the movie. And what are you, like 11 whenever you're in first year? This film came out and it just had me fucking going, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. Loved every part of it. All the acting in it is, yeah, it's over the top and stuff, but it's just, it fits aware of this noir setting, and just the whole contrast of the black and white with the colours and all, it just works so well. And I think that's where I developed one of my first ever crushes was Jessica Alba, because if you've seen that scene where she's up on that stage, holy shit. The second film, Sin City, didn't really grip me as much as the first one did. I think I went in with too high of expectations, and I haven't actually watched it since the cinema, even though I do own it. But I will say, the cinema went fucking dead quiet when Jessica Alba got back up on that stage, and I don't blame them for that. Number 2 on my list this month is Tremors. To be honest, I could say every single Tremors in the series, even though I haven't watched the most recent one, which I'm pretty sure is like Tremors 6 now. But I am going to watch it because fuck it, Tremors, it's just a series I absolutely love. I even love the really dodgy TV show that came out just after the second film, or it was during the third film. I think it came out. It might have been just after the third film. I'm not too sure what the timeline is, but fuck me, they're just such fun films. And like, you got like Kevin Bacon and shit in the first film. In the first film, you're wondering what the hell's under the ground the whole time, and then whenever these big dick-like things pop out of the ground and start eating people, it's just fucking fun. And the characters are so charismatic and all, even whenever there isn't much happening with the graboids and shit. It's still interesting to watch. And then as the series progresses, the evolution of the grabbers, or the graboids, they evolve. You know, they keep getting more and more interesting. Like in the second film, they develop legs and shit and they start walking, can only see through heat sensors. And then the third film, they start flying, and they strategically call them ass blasters because they shoot this weird fucking shit out their ass like a jet engine and go fucking flying. I think, and then the fourth film, it goes back to old times whenever the graboids were first sort of developing, and then it just continues on after that. To get a fifth film, it's like Bert and his son. Bert is the only real recurring character in all these films, but the dude Michael Gross, or Gross, whatever way you pronounce his last name, he's like the only recurring character throughout the whole film, playing the character Bert, and he's just fucking awesome to watch. Like, you could watch a dude read the friggin' Yellow Pages and you'd be interested. But yeah, Tremors, great series, great first film. Definitely, if you haven't seen the movies, or if you have seen, go watch them again, because they're fucking great. So third film this month is The Call, starring Halle Berry. It was actually produced by WWE Studios, which is not the best production studio, going by the title, I'm sure. If you're a wrestling fan, good for you, but I give up on it a long time ago. I think it was actually whenever I found out it was fake, I was kind of like, wow, that's put a dampener on this whole experience for me. I think it was my dad told me it was fake because he was sick of watching it. So he was like, yeah, pointing out every false hit and stomp, and as a child I was like, ugh, ruined it for me, and it's stuck that way since. But yeah, no, The Call is such an intense film. Like, if you have a chance to watch it, definitely watch it. Halle Berry's performance in it is surprisingly really solid, and the chick from Little Miss Sunshine, I actually can't remember her name at all now, she's in Little Miss Sunshine, which is a Zombieland and all in it, she's in it, and she does a tremendous job acting this kidnapped girl who's, the whole film is about Halle Berry is a 911 person, the people that fucking answer the calls and deal with the people on the phone, hence the name of the call. But she's one of them, and she, years before, like a year before, she ended up getting this wee girl fucking captured because she rung back, she fucked up. So this all happening again, but she stays on the line with this girl as she's being kidnapped. And she's in the car, then she's in the car with a body, and all sorts of shit's going on, and the guy who's kidnapping her is really fucking sadistic and shit, and it's just such a good movie. Surprisingly, it is really fun to watch, and it's intense at times, and even there's no dull moments, because you're always rooting for the girl to get free, and what's going to happen next to stop her being free, and what's Halle Berry going to do to try and help this girl, and then it goes into the climax, and it's just such a great film. I would definitely recommend it. Hence why it's on the list. Fourthly this month is Ghost of Mars, directed by Mr. John Carpenter himself. And it's one of the first films I think I've ever seen your man Jason Statham in, and Ice Cube for that matter, but it is such a fun little film. It looks cheap as shit, because I think it was, but it's just the whole idea. It's like these people go to Mars, and there's this like colony that's been, everyone's just went fucking apeshit basically, and started killing each other, and they all start, this team go in to see what's happening, and while they're there it's all desolate and shit, but then all of a sudden you find all these fucking severed heads on spikes and shit, and there's this whole mob of people who have mutilated themselves and shit, and there's a big dude in fucking all black with a white face, long black hair, and he's like he's meant to be the Ghost of Mars, I guess. I don't really know what the title's about, but it's just such a fun film. Like, it is, like I said, it's cheap and it's B-movie, but it's fun. That's what you want watching these sort of films, so it doesn't get boring either. There's always something interesting going on. John Carpenter, who's great at writing dialogue, and he's great at writing situations for these people to get into. So yeah, I would definitely give that a go. It's such a great film. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. And lastly this month is probably a very important film to me. Not to sound cliche as fuck, but Clerks, directed by Mr. Kevin Smith. It's probably one of my all-time favourite films because it inspired me to try and do my own sort of shit, like writing scripts and making videos, directing, editing, all that, doing these sort of videos, you know. It was all started with Clerks because I remember watching it when I was younger and seeing how simple it was, yet how effective it was, I guess. So it just, like that, I was like, wow, I could do something like this. Never have, but it's a possibility. So yeah, thanks Kevin Smith for making Clerks and inspiring me and thousands of other people to make films. Like, Clerks is just two dudes in a convenience store. He's not even meant to be there today. Even thinking about it, it's such a great film. Like, nothing happens, but it's so funny. It's real conversations. Like, yeah, Kevin Smith, people talking monologues, but if you get into quite a deep conversation with your friends, that's what you do. You talk absolute shit for hours on end, and that's kind of what this movie is. People talking shit, but they're really funny people to watch. And then the situations that people get into, they come into the store and them taking the piss out of people in the store, it's a great film to watch. And the fact that it was done cheap as shit, and he had no real resources to use, he made the most of what he could. And he made a great legacy of it. Like, even now, Kevin Smith, he's not so much doing the films as much, and he's went a completely different direction with his films, but no matter what he brings out, I will watch it out of respect for this man. Even if I don't completely like the films, like, yeah, I like Tusk, and I really like Red State. Yoga Hosers, not really my cup of tea, but it was still fun to watch. So here's hoping for Clerks 3 or fucking Mallrats 2 on the TV show that seems to have never happened, but I hope Kevin Smith will the best and that he makes more films because I want to watch more of his shit. So yeah, that's my 5 films. I might actually do a whole video on Clerks at some point because it is very important to me. But yeah, that was my 5 films for October, and I've got a few other videos coming out this month. I've got a top 10 list for Halloween. It'll be out shortly, and yeah, thanks for watching if you're watching, and if you like, if you dislike, tell me to fuck off. Cheers, subscribe, bye.